What's up guys, welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
A 50-meter radius around Frey-san became a no-magic zone, shutting down magic particle movement. Her interference was even stronger than Charybdis, disrupting Adelman's Necronomicon, too. Oh, and Frey-san's packing divinity too. Since divinity's usually for spiritual beings who've kicked the bucket, it's no wonder Frey-san could hang with the ultimate gift. There's even a chance she's got an ultimate skill. Adelman switched to holy magic, holy cannon, but it wasn't enough. Frey-san's airborne, so she dodged it like it was nothing. Then she snagged Venti, the shield, with her claws.
Frey Dono's claws are the real deal. They mess with your magicules, like, big time. Once she's got you, it's game over for your skills and magic.
Those claws of Frey-san were no joke.
Wow, I could have been in a pickle too if I didn't know any better.
You're safe, right? With Rimuru-sama's clone, you'd be out of there in a jiffy. But Carrion Dono says there's no escaping once she's got you, so I'd better not let her catch me. I'd just take her down first.
Benimaru could pull it off, sure. But for Adelman and the gang, it was curtains. Venti got torn apart from the inside and bailed. Then Frey-san went full on aerial assault. Adelman's crew couldn't fly, so they were sitting ducks from above. Albert, itching for action, jumped up at Frey-san, but that's exactly what she wanted. Albert, the Sky Queen, ended up scattered in the sky too. So, it was just Adelman left, but he didn't stand a chance. Sadly, he had to bite the dust before Frey-san.
Frey Dono faced off against Kumara in the next round.
How did it go?
They were pretty evenly matched in strength, but Kumara lacks divinity.
Observing Frey-san's combat skills, it was clear she wasn't lacking in experience. Despite claiming to be the weakest of the 10 demon lords, her performance suggested otherwise. The cunning Frey-san versus the inexperienced Kumara seemed like a fair matchup, and it turned out just so.
It was quite the showdown. Lasted 3 days, with both giving their best. Technically, it ended in a draw, but Frey Dono emerged as the victor.
That sounds intense. I'll review the footage later.
Yeah, there's much to learn. Persistence is vital, but so is strategy. When facing a formidable opponent, bluffing about your remaining strength can make all the difference. Kumara's downfall was underestimating Frey-san's reserves.
Looking forward to watching the replay at accelerated speed.
Did Frey-san challenge Zijin next?
If she could hold her own against Kumara, she'd stand no chance against Zijin.
I doubted Frey-san, who avoided tangling with Benimaru, would jump into an unwinnable battle.
She took on Apito instead of Zijin.
Ah, really?
For sure. I mean, she must have taken pride in being able to fly.
Oh, that's
surprisingly competitive for someone who seems reasonable.
It was a one-sided victory for Frey Dono.
Sounds about right. Should have given Apito props for holding her own in a tough fight. Now we knew Frey-san's capabilities, giving us insight into our friend's areas for improvement. Adelman and his crew must have felt the sting of defeat upon returning to our realm mid-mission. Hope they see it as a learning experience for future encounters. Also, might have just settled my debt to Carrion and Frey-san, all thanks to Ramirez. They owe her one. Thanked Ramirez once again.
Now, on to the next task, Sarah and the others.
Got it. Let's see if they can handle Adelman and crew.
Maybe Albert can take them on solo. Just don't let them stick around forever.
Given my recent vow to stay alert, wouldn't be surprised if my prediction was off. But even Master Gadra would pose a challenge for Saray. And sure enough, Saray's crew opted to train with Apito instead of Adelman's bunch, who returned to their duties. After leaving Saray and the others under Benimaru's care, I made my way to the kingdom of Blumend, where Murmiles awaited us. Our plan was to rendezvous there and then travel together to the kingdom of Ingratia. Blumend was a familiar destination for me, having visited numerous times before. Since our route didn't take us into the city itself, we bypassed the barrier and headed to the outskirts, almost like tourists. But there was more to Blumend than meets the eye. It served as a hub for a significant project underway, the construction of the World Station. Workers from neighboring countries flocked there, and nearby, the Four Nations Trade Federation headquarters was taking shape. I couldn't help but feel proud. The structure, a 10-story skyscraper standing over 30 meters tall, was a rare sight in our world. Though not towering like Milam's castle, it still ranked among the tallest buildings around. I poured my heart into its design, opting for opulent touches like precious glass crafted from macaw, a material resistant to natural disasters and magical assaults. This building was more than just a project, it was a passion project for me. Today, it was our meeting place, a venue for a celebration to mark its completion. While I technically owned the building, I was treated as an honored guest. As I arrived at the building, I couldn't help but wish I had more time to witness its final form. But with my recent busy schedule, I had to delegate all arrangements to Murmiles. It wasn't just hard work for me, I knew Murmiles put in his fair share too. Without him, this day wouldn't have been possible. While Murmiles represented the Four Nations Trade Federation, the building's management fell to someone else. To my surprise, Veryard, recently promoted to Viscount, now served as Murmiles' right hand. He'd been appointed as the general manager. I felt genuinely relieved that Veryard had become an ally. Despite his past deception, I saw potential in him and looked forward to our future collaborations. I'd heard he'd recruited other talented individuals, whom he planned to introduce at the party. I was eager to meet them. As usual, Soy and I stood together, with Ranga nearby. Dressed in formal attire, a 3-piece suit for me and a 2-piece for Soy, we stood out, thanks to Shuna's masterful tailoring with the exclusive Helmoth thread. With the party set to begin in the evening, the streets were relatively quiet for now. Yet, even in the calm, my presence drew attention.
Wow, look at that guy. He's quite the catch.
Is that his brother? They look like a dynamic duo, don't they?
The younger one's got potential too. Wonder what he'll grow into.
He has got style. We have had plenty of visitors lately, but it's rare to see someone as sharp as him.
That wasn't the reaction I anticipated. I guess she's more intrigued by Soy than my own charm. Realizing I was being overly self-conscious, I felt a tad embarrassed.
Well, let's head in and say hi first, shall we?
I suggested, trying to brush off my embarrassment. So, I pushed through the entrance to the reception area. The ground floor resembled a grand hotel lobby, with a waiting zone and a lengthy chamber. Familiar with the building's layout, I strode forward confidently.
Is Murmiles-kun around?
I called out to the receptionist, a striking figure. A flashy man in a sharp suit, cigar in hand, emerged from a back room, eyeing me suspiciously.
And who might you be?
Oh, I'm Rimuru. Could you let Murmiles-kun know I'm here?
I replied with a smile, though I found him rather arrogant despite his polished appearance. Upon hearing my name, the receptionist's expression shifted, and he reached for a crystal ball, a magical device for communication. Though limited to short distances, it was ideal for indoor use. The receptionist's reaction was exactly as I had instructed, so I observed with satisfaction. Unexpectedly, a significant individual stopped the receptionist.
Gabbana-sama, this person.
I'll handle this, no need to fret.
No, but...
I'm here. There are liars trying to meet Miles-sama, and fools crashing uninvited parties. Fame has its challenges, you see. He doesn't quite grasp that, so he relies on capable subordinates like me. You were unlucky today. If I hadn't intervened, you might have succeeded.
Oh, I see.
What else was there to say? The receptionist seemed familiar with my name, but this gentleman, Gabbana, appeared clueless. Or maybe he knew me but couldn't match my face to the name. From the situation, it seemed he wasn't in charge here. Perhaps just a flirty old man trying to impress the receptionist.
Rimuru-sama, I'll take it upon myself to teach this man.
Soy, simmering with suppressed anger, fixed Gabbana with a stern gaze.
Hold on. Murmiles-kun's teaching him. Let's not let a little misunderstanding ruin things.
Let's keep it civil, okay? Though Murmiles probably couldn't make it to greet us due to his busy schedule, it didn't justify this awkward encounter. While Gabbana's haughty attitude was questionable, given the recent influx of unexpected visitors, his reaction wasn't entirely surprising. As I pacified the irate Soy, the receptionist interjected.
Gabbana-sama, this person is the real deal. She looks exactly like the portrait in Miles-sama's room, no doubt about it.
He has a portrait? I noticed it during a previous visit, but I had no idea he still had it. Murmiles sure was an eccentric fellow, displaying it so proudly. Indeed, the original Shizu-san was quite a beauty. I get why someone might find her attractive, but I used to have the body of an elementary school kid, though, thinking about it now, I've grown. I'm just shy of 160 centimeters, roughly the average height of a high school girl. My chest isn't much to write home about, but I might make for a decent portrait. But I can't sit still for one, so I'd have to pass the duty to Seal-san. I have zero interest in being a model for a painting, though. Lost in these musings, I caught Gabbana's astonished voice.
What, wait, you mean to say this kid, this young master, is His Majesty Rimuru himself?
Yep, that's right.
But come on, isn't that insane? A demon lord? A king ruling over such vast lands, just strolling around with only one bodyguard, using plain old common sense, it doesn't add up, does it?
Well, can't argue with that. As Shuna mentioned when we were headed to Dwargon, we ought to act according to our status. I overlooked it back then due to time constraints, but Shuna didn't seem too pleased about it. Guess I should be more careful moving forward to avoid such situations.
Yeah, I get that, but it's true.
But seriously, would a demon lord casually stroll up to the reception and ask, Is Miles around? That's just not how it works, right?
Gabbana argues his point, his eyes brimming with tears. Admitting this reality would leave him with nothing but the fact that he turned away a demon lord. In his shoes, I'd be desperate to deny it too. The gentleman act fades, revealing his true colors. Starting to feel a bit sorry for him.
I apologize, alright? I'm not planning to summon my team at this moment.
Can I bring in the stealth team at your request?
No, I'd rather not. So, let's just say Gabbana-san wasn't at fault this time, and leave it at that. Can you get Miles-kun?
When I proposed this, Gabbana's face lit up.
Is that alright?
Won't it make us both happier?
As I said that, tears welled up in Gabbana's eyes. Not sure how he misunderstood, but he looked at me with glistening eyes and said, "Thank you so much. I'll never forget this kindness." As for me, I felt a tad uneasy, just trying to cover up my blunders. While Gabbana showered me with thanks, the receptionist called for Miles. With Gabbana and the receptionist bidding us farewell, we made our way to Miles' office. It was a bright, airy room on the highest floor, offering a stunning view and flooding with sunlight. We settled onto the plush sofas, sipping on the refreshing juice provided as we took in the scenery.
Rimuru-sama, is everything alright?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Well, that's a relief, but maybe Gabbana did something rude.
No, it's all good.
I reassured the concerned Miles and smoothly changed the topic.
Speaking of which, Miles-kun, heard you have a portrait of me in your room. What's the deal with that?
I inquired, keeping my eyes fixed on a random spot on the wall, maintaining my cool.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Jared Bressler, Chad Vota, Nate, Havox, Speed Saber, Curtis Loban, Judah Herrera, Justa Guy, Miss L.W. Hernandez, Jason Martin, Zach Rossan, Jerry Sladek, Ray Perez, Donald Williams, Moab A, Day of Light, John M, Godman Gaming, Markithian Tidwell, Adrian, Kumo, Sankes Chelu, T. Bush, John L, Edgar Fuentes, JV, Thomas, J, Christ, Joshua Cousins, Vethelny, Lunel Scarlett, Khalid, Christian Deshazer, Cal Robs, Panda Cats, DeAndre Nance, Monty Boy 98, D-Man, Ruben, Yuki Iki, Gray, Kamal Ebanks, Chris Jr., Isaac, Koala King 93, Paul DeGrassi, Little 95, Quilly Buckner, Zephyrus, Alver, Normal Defate, L, Gary Miles, Dragon Spawn 666, J Rule, Liron Sangkap, Lucas Gay, Jason Martin, Echo Tski, Foolish Prophets, Ethan Madison, Sky T, Diego Ginoza, Andre Hamilton, Guy Endsley, Simon Road, Emperor WSA, Mika Espinosa, George Hage, Gobi Lin, Pratik Bandari, Arod Dare, Faiz Mansour, Jackson Early, Smexy, Carl Stephen Bernadal, Gareth Hashimoto, Steven Madison, Homelike Drop, Vasto Lord, Martin Ramos, Marl Barsha, Hansel Ortega, Karam Faraj, Efrain Hernandez, Luca Gaming WTF, William Locke, Jordan Mersha, Kamal Luke, Individual, Spencer Candila, Ian Sikibul, Potate, Thanakorn Lee Sawat, Lamar, KACP9R, Tony, Jack, Winston Harvey, Mike Roch, thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.